We tend to assume the digital culture war is a genuine ideological battle between the far left and the far right. Think back to the massive grassroots protests of the early 2010s. Activists flooded places like Zuccotti Park to demand economic equality. A few years later, that progressive energy flowed straight into indigenous sovereignty rights, drawing thousands of demonstrators to the freezing camps at Standing Rock. But the media operations amplifying those camps weren't entirely run by locals with smartphones. They were heavily coordinated by organized professional public relations networks. In a short time, those exact same PR architects and digital organizers were suddenly rallying massive crowds for Donald Trump and the MAGA movement. The rigid political divide we see online is a mirage. It covers up a highly lucrative, nonpartisan industry that profits from engineering chaos. This tactic is called organic hijacking. A legitimate, community-driven cause forms naturally, and then bad faith actors infiltrate the infrastructure to co-opt its momentum. Public relations hubs, like the network run by Trevor Fitzgibbon, established the media staging and digital amplification for major progressive events. Yet, as the political wind shifted, these networks pivoted, utilizing their newly captured audiences to promote far-right military and political figures like Michael Flynn. We can track agitators who built their brands inside the Standing Rock camps and eventually marched up the Capitol steps during the January 6th insurrection. These operators hold no genuine ideological loyalty. They follow the money, dragging their operations to whichever extreme currently offers the highest engagement metrics. To keep audiences hooked, operatives weaponized alternate reality game mechanics. They feed ambiguous information into the network, rewarding the community for linking dots. Anonymous users inject insider posts, sparking a cycle of audience validation that manufactures outrage and recruits true believers. We have the internal communications proving this. This Discord chat log shows users actively managing QAnon operations and strategically targeting figures like Julian Assange's mother to generate friction. Alt-media personalities like Jason Goodman and George Webb capitalized on this primed audience. They pumped out unsupported conspiracies about the Alwan brothers and Seth Rich directly to their followers. Because these actors rely entirely on direct audience funding, accountability disappears. When a grand prediction fails, they simply abandon it and invent a fresh crisis. In the Grift economy, objective truth holds no value. The sole objective is to keep subscribers paying for the next manufactured cycle of outrage. We expect academic researchers to act as objective watchdogs against this kind of manipulation. Experts like Michigan State's Dr. Laura Dilley are funded to study disinformation and protect the public. Her digital reality tells a different story. While maintaining a sanitized professional biography, she operated trauma-fueled alternate personas to wage deeply personal online wars. She committed severe ethical breaches along the way. She published academic papers analyzing online communities using unverified, deleted blogs and directly targeted individuals without obtaining informed consent. This document shows the tactical breakdowns and metadata analysis she utilized. She effectively operated as a public laundering node, taking granular doxing data supplied by private intelligence net and weaponizing it against targets. Dr. Dilley did not fall victim to the disinformation ecosystem. She actively discarded her academic ethics to become a willing participant inside of it. The modern digital information space operates exactly like a rigged professional wrestling match, where the conflict is scripted by unseen promoters. The architects building these networks care nothing for indigenous sovereignty, QAnon patriotism, or academic integrity. Their sole metric of success is audience capture. When a researcher tasked with mapping this deception begins utilizing sock puppet accounts and targeted harassment, it demonstrates how the system can consume the very experts hired to expose it. The disinformation machine isn't broken or spiraling out of control. It is functioning exactly as these chaos agents designed it to. To navigate this environment, we have to completely abandon the strict left-wing versus right-wing framework. Clinging to a rigid partisan identity makes you highly predictable. It allows these cross-spectrum operatives to easily map your triggers and steer your behavior. We have to evaluate digital actors by a new standard. Ignore the ideological purity they claim to represent, and judge them strictly by the deceptive tactics they use and the financial models they rely on. An organized, nonpartisan grift economy has weaponized our internal beliefs, prioritizing engagement and cash flow over the survival of a shared reality.